Oh, shit, that other thing. Mm-hmm. Twitter. Twitch, even. I'm getting old. I've lost glasses again. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know where to put them. I'm getting old. Oh. Okay, I don't see a chat feed window. Has the something changed with that? Did you mention earlier on with that? That's restream? Speak again. Okay. Working on it. Thinking about it. So everything goes from OBS to Wavelink. Speak again. Say something more. Oh, bollocks. I heard that. No, there was the OBS update. There was also the Wavelink update and the Skype update, and some settings have changed. So I can't remember now. So the mic and all that stuff then comes into Wavelink, and there's one thing: the microphone should be a Wavelink. It should be that. So desktop audio, everything. There should be one Wavelink. Damn it! Sorry, everybody. Bear with. Well, usually it's been going pretty smooth, but Wavelink, which one is that? Inputs, Wavelink. Damn it, you fucking thing. Wavelink. Yes, in OBS. Where do you have... Yes. Yes. Yes, it goes up. Yes, mine does go up. So it's getting it from Wavelink into there, but it's not getting you guys. No. There's the desktop audio and mic, which have been working for donkeys. It's just that these settings have changed, as in where it's pulling the audio in. So it pulls everything in from Wavelink and then spits it out to the internet. And on Skype, hold on. So on Skype then, hold on a second before I start go randomly changing shit. So everything on Skype has to be from Wavelink. Audio, video. So the mic setting there should be Wavelink, which is that. Talk, please. So you're coming through to my headphones there, monitor mix. No, I haven't changed anything. Because I wanted to see the things moving. Oh shit, are you far away from getting set up, Greg? Yeah. Damn it, which one was it? Keep talking, keep tap something, just keep making a bit of noise. Bollocks. What have I changed here? Fucking things. Why does it not just fucking well just stay? Just give me 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. I need you to be making noise. Keep making bangy noises. Or anything.
Wait, can you hear that?
Okay, people should start to hear you now.
I don't know if they will or not.
I don't know. Can y'all hear me now?
Oh, they can hear me banging on my head. This is good. Progress.
Any echo?
We're saved.
Any echo?
We can go now.
Any echo?
This is good. Progress. Any echo? We're saved. No echo.
We can go now. Any echo?
Ooh.
Oh, what's happening there?
No echo.
Okay, I need to do a quick cut around because you fucked it up.
Yeah, I'm like.
What do you mean we fucked it up?
I know,
fucked
right?
it up.
What the hell did I do?
I tell you, there's no respect.
So,
Me and Rodney Dangerfield.
None at all.
baby, if you suck me like that.
Love that song.
Okay, I'm about ready.
No, this is nothing like a smooth show,
Right?
right? At least we had, 10 minutes of pre-show ramble.
No, I still
Hey,
don't
you
know where
know.
the
Get
chat.
ready
I
for
don't-
pre-show ramble.
I don't know where the chat.
Honestly,
I don't know where
makes me gag whenever I hear that.
I don't know where the chat.
Point that out.
I don't know where the chat feed is, but the guys are in here anyway.
Don't worry
so,
about it.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for your wait, but Olaf.
Just hit start.
Okay, think.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Are we starting yet?
Could you not hear that?
Nope.
I didn't even see anything on
for
screen.
fuck's sake! I thought we could hear sound effects a minute ago. Hold on, guy. Chat.
do you
Can we
want me
hear
to-
sound effects? That's not coming in.
I hear nothing.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, one final thing then. One final. Wait a second, just 1 second. Sorry, we might as well get it right. We're almost there.
Well, Boomer heard the nice beaver, so if that helps.
That was for me.
Oh, nice.
This is also for me. That was a dick move.
All right, your sound effects tonight.
Well, I don't have the intro on my sound effects, so here. How's that?
That's okay. We've played the intro. I'll edit it in post. The magic
Exactly.
of
Let's
post.
just start this. We don't need sound
Hey!
effects.
We don't
Here
need
we
no
go.
singing sound effects.
Nobody needs no sound effects. It's live. Let's do it live. Hey,
Well-
everybody. Thanks for tuning into episode 667 of the Overseas Connection podcast. The one that went off without a hitch is perfectly fine. Today's January 23rd, 2022. Big things happening. That's the theme of the show today. If you are joining us and you are not familiar with the show, we are all about video games and then some. We are a more mature, wise game podcast. We buy our own beer, and that's an important thing. Today, we are on at Sunday, 9 p.m.-ish in the UK, 1 p.m.-ish on the West Coast, and 4 p.m., 3 p.m. out in Central Time Zone where Kim lives, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Hey, we are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. So if you are on those feeds, thank you very much for joining us. You could join us live, be part of the chat. We also put forward an audio podcast that will actually have sound effects in it. That will sound very professional. But this one, this is what you get. And that's okay. That is okay. All right. Importantly, before we get going, I do want to take a very serious moment.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a flags at half staff moment. We do need to mourn This is the day that Robin was born, and the world really has never been the same since. So I will just throw this out there.
Potato.
And that's your birthday song. No, indeed, it is Robin's birthday.
Thank you.
Also, your mother-in-law, Robin. Your mother-in-law's birthday today.
Yes, indeed. She this year she shares my birth date. The year before, funny enough, she also shared the same day. It's kind of weird the way it all links. It manages. I don't know. It's random how it links up every year. So yeah, I've had a lovely day. It's been lovely. I did get several cards saying you look fantastic for 63 years old, and they would be absolutely right. I do look fantastic for 63 years old.
Yes, and I did, also respond to that. I said, hey, Robin, you don't look a day over 62.
I don't mind. If people say I'm 63
you're
at
doing
the moment,
great.
that's fine. I mean, I really do look good for a 63-year-old. So I've got to that stage now where I'm adding on 10 years. But that's super duper.
That's okay. It makes you look better. Yeah. Absolutely. Because if somebody said you were 21, I'd be, oh fuck. He is not going to age well.
What was that? What was that? Benjamin Begars or whatever it was. Button, wasn't that what it was?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, they are. That might be me. Anyway, yes, I've had a good day. We will talk about a few things what happened today. So, when you still leave me, when I'm 64. Yes, that's correct. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we want to give a shout out to Nicole Radowski, who is turning 22. And Eric Piotrowski, 83. He is marching towards the grave as we speak. Just kidding. No, but happy birthday to all of our fine friends, and you especially, Robin. Really, legitimately, happy birthday. Definitely a day to celebrate, not to mourn, even though I'm pretty sure most of your country is in mourning. All right. Okay. Let's just dive into... I'm going to change things up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Because look, story time. Yeah, there's some story time. You know what? I'm not going to change things up. I'm taking it all back because there's some important things we need to.
Where were you going here? Where were you going?
I was going to go news first because there's some big things to talk about there. But then I thought about it. There's some big things to talk about in story time too. So let's just do some story time.
That's from you guys because mine's boring as hell. So all right.
Always from us, Kim. Always from us.
No.
Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
Is it really our favorite time of the day? I mean, really?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Kim, okay. Boring week for you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I did spend most of yesterday playing games, which is uncommon lately. So that was nice. Because a friend told me I needed to relax more, so I did. I played Forza Horizon 5 most all the day yesterday. So
yeah, you have been pretty much a lazy sack of.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Big shit. I know. But anyway, so that's pretty much my week. I didn't do much. Same shit, different week. So.
Okay. All right.
Carry on with the rest of you that's got more exciting stories than me. So,
okay, well, at least your Chiefs won last week. That was kind of big news.
Wow, what a week.
It wasn't a competition though. Let's just put it that way. They blew the doors off the Steelers, rightfully so. The Steelers should never have been in the playoffs.
My cards. Wow.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, Robin.
Oh, it was amazing. I was so the cards game was on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Evening, and I was in a hotel. I was away, and I was sitting in front of my eggs Benedict in my 3-piece suit. And the waiter was bringing me in the TV, big screen was on in the restaurant of the hotel in the corner, and I'm sitting there watching the cards, going, "Fuck, shit, no." Oh my goodness. Well, they've done very well this year, so
they did have a good year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah. So real quick, football has been kind of it's either really great close games or absolute blowouts. There's not really been any in between. Everything's either come down to the last minute or it has been just absolute blowouts. I'm pretty sure the Rams right now are blowing out the Bucs or the Bucks, the Pucks or the Pucks or the Bucks. Anyway, yeah, the Buccaneers are not putting up much of a fight so far. So I think that game is going to go the way of the Rams. That will leave the Bills and the Chiefs. That should be a good game.
I know.
We shall see.
I will say I am a tad worried. Whoever thought I would have said that about a Bills game of all things, but I am a little worried. So
we shall see. We shall see. All right, Robin, you are the birthday boy.
Okay.
So therefore, I will give way to you.
Okay. Well, a few people have already seen a little video that was created earlier on today, and it was a kind of spur of the moment thing. Let me see if I can just actually put it up. That would be good fun, wouldn't it? I wonder if we're not going to get the sound, are we? Damn it. Yeah, well. Anyway, look it up on my, I'll put it a Twitter feed. It's on my TikTok. It's on Instagram. It's everywhere. It is this Celine Dion, if you touch me like this, you touch me like that. Anyway, so I'm sitting here tonight in this big coat thing, this big woolly, I'm a bear hunter, I'm a big man, American guy, rah. Because it's cold in here. Now, if you've seen any of these things with this Celine Dion bit, it's all sort of a meme thing at the moment, is that when you touch me like this, and it goes, baby, baby, baby. Yeah, there you go, it's going to come up. So when you do the baby, 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 there's a big transition, and there's fans and steam and water in the actual Celine Dion video. And there's my transition to Luigi with blonde hair. And the wind was going everywhere in this room. Now, yeah, it was all a bit of fun. It was all a bit of a laugh. And there must have been 20 people in the corner of the room while it was all being recorded. No,
That's my bad.
The wind,
my bad.
I had this idea of, okay, well, most people do use a hairdryer or a fan? Well, no. I brought the petrol leaf blower into this room. And it was blowing me. So the smell of fumes is still in here. I left the door open and it's quite cold.
I just want that to just sit there right now. Everybody's just thinking about what Robin just said. The gas blower was blowing Robin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're going to get blown well. And I really did
I
get
hope
blown
you do
well.
get blown today, Robin.
Oh.
You've at least been blown once.
Yeah. What was that thing that was going on our WhatsApp group about the book or something, or somebody has a book of yeah. Anyway,
we need to take that book out of circulation.
Yeah.
Too many wives have read that book.
So that was good fun today. So it's for the girls have the fostering channel on Instagram _love share and foster, and it's for, I don't understand Instagram because it's never really been my thing. They're real. They're a little short that they put up. So they had good fun there, and that's went up, and I put it up onto my TikTok channel, and it's going kind of bananas again. So yeah, that was a bit of a laugh. And don't say a 63-year-old man isn't good for a laugh, because I'm good for a laugh.
No, you absolutely are good for a laugh.
So
Indeed.
So that was a good laugh. Speaking of technology, this is my last week, hopefully if all goes well, of 4G. So this Thursday,
Robin currently having heat flashes.
Yeah. That article of Fraser's wife put up on Facebook today, I have to have a read on it. It's about HRT and stuff like that. There's treatments and female menopause. I must really read all about that because there's some natural cures there. I think if you smoke mushrooms or something, like eat mushrooms, it makes you feel better. I can't imagine what that is. Anyway, Thursday is the day that the fibre will be coming down the lane, and 3 or 4 vans will be here to sort that out. So I'm away for most of the week. I should be back on Thursday because they will have to go under my driveway at some stage, and I don't know how they're going to do that. So anyway, so we should have 1 gigabyte of internet by Sunday if all goes well. But we'll have this as a backup. So. And one other technology piece I have ordered for the first time ever, a thing off AliExpress. I think I might be crazy. I might be crazy because it's from China. And I've ordered this thing called a Super Console X Cube. It has 50,000 games on it. including lots of PS1 upscaled. It looks really, really good. I know I have several of these kind of devices already, but this thing actually looks the biz. I know you can do it in the PC, but this is in a nice, tidy little box, and you can have up to 4 controllers.
Who
in
doesn't
it.
like a tidy box?
I'm just going to let that hang. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. That should be here. It says it's been shipped now from China over the last day or so. So I'm looking forward to that coming. I've been looking at some YouTube videos of it, and it looks pretty darn good. So I'm looking forward to that coming to me. Okay, the most important part of this thing here now is what I have described as Bean Wars.
Now, I would like to say in our notes,
Yes.
Robin has put forward Bean Wars. I also have an entry regarding this on my side in
Bean
my
Theory.
notes. Bean Theory.
Oh boy.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So
okay.
let's set the stage properly, Robin.
All right. So it all started. My brother is almost 9 years older than me, so I'm a bit of a mistake because I was the last child, and my mum and dad had me. So
Maybe we should fast forward.
Oh, okay, just a bit. All right, that's too far back. Greg and I
here's
send
where it
each
all
other
started.
stuff now and
Yes,
again.
we send each other stuff.
Okay, so
I was sent 6 cans of these beans.
yes, I feel inadequate that I don't have the other ones here.
That's okay.
Okay, so I sent him some Heinz baked beans and some HP sauce, and there was something else, some chocolate, some proper British type chocolate. I've learnt a thing or two about chocolate actually, because there's a difference between chocolate from Cadbury's from the north of Ireland and the south of Ireland. They use whole milk, full chocolate still, when they don't in the north, which is different. So anyway, so Greg tentatively tried the beans a while back, and then he forgot about all the beans. And
No, I tried them, but
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I did make a mistake, and
Yeah.
I will own up to this mistake. I tried them by themselves.
okay, well, it's all right, but that's a lot. It's a lot of
these
beans.
beans by themselves,
Yeah, maybe not.
not that great. They're
Okay.
rather bland.
All right.
They're rather
I don't know
bland.
about that.
In my
I
preference.
don't know about that. They don't taste of earth. So that was there, and then I was away on business last week, and I got a message from Judith to say, "What the frig's going on? This massive box of beans has arrived from California. It must have cost a friggin' fortune," and I'm sure it did. And I really appreciate it. They're called what are they Pullman's Bushes.
Bushes beans, Robin.
Bushes beans. So there's bushes.
The
there's
name alone should win me points.
yeah.
I know,
So
right?
there's ordinary beans. Are these popular beans, Kim? Are they Bushes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
they're the Heinz beans of bushland, okay, in America. so they're a stockier tin, like they're lumpy tin people. They're dark beans, and there was several ones. There was ordinary ones. There was ones with pork and some with bacon. So anyway, so that's it. So we both have our own country's beans. Now,
Yes.
we brought up the Heinz beans a week ago on our WhatsApp group, and it almost started a new civil war between the English and British type people when the Americans were insulting Heinz 57. Seriously, guys, they were insulting Heinz beans. And now, I believe a can of these beans is being shipped quickly to Kim. We were going to Uber them. So I think Kim's going to get in on this as well.
Now I did.
Okay.
I have since.
Yes.
Important to note, I have since made what I was told and understood to be a proper usage of the beans, which was beans, HP sauce, egg, and
Look
toast.
at
I
that.
fried
Look
up
at
an
that
egg.
photograph, people. It's like art. It's like a piece of art. It's like, that's not the way baked beans are. It's like a piece of bread, the beans smelling little. It looked like it got a dropper on MasterChef for the
Hey,
HP sauce.
I was trying to do you guys justice. I was trying. I didn't want it to make it a travesty.
You know what he did then? He picked them up.
I did pick it up in a video
his hand?
and ate it with one hand.
There was
which
no-
I instantly realized was a mistake.
No
I
knife and
instantly
fork.
realized that was a mistake, but I was Robin. I was committed to the bit at that point.
Even worse, there was not a cup of proper tea anywhere in sight. There
was
wasn't.
coffee.
And then they said,
No
oh,
tea.
and Kim said, oh, well, coffee sounds all right to me. It's just not cricket. It really isn't. Anyway.
I will never drink tea, Robin.
Okay.
There's this little fact. That will never happen. So
So
take
you
your
had
wins where you can
like
get them.
toast and scrambled egg, toast and an egg and some beans, fine. You know, English people have beans for breakfast. It's an English thing, really. It's okay. But, you know, beans for us are lunchtime, evening, or any other time ever. So baked potatoes with cheese and beans, or beans with your fry in the middle of the day, or whatever. Yes, but they're a go-to.
So the baked potato and beans and cheddar, that sounds interesting to me. I'm going to give this another shot. I still have
some lovely
gazillion
baked
cans
potatoes,
left.
some butter, some baked beans, some cheese.
But
on
in
top of it, some black
fairness,
pepper.
what I did say
They had no flavor in
was
their
that
crap.
I took back the crap part, but I
Okay.
said that they lacked a little bit of flavor, which meant you could add them to all different other kinds of dishes. And so like when I had the beans, egg, HP sauce, and toast, I tasted HP sauce, I tasted egg, I tasted toast. I did not taste beans. So
Yeah, see,
I
that's a
just- I kinda
problem. See,
realized-
you gotta stop there. You're meant to taste the sauce and everything. You're not meant to taste
well.
earth. Okay.
Okay, nobody tastes earth, and if you're trying to say you taste earth with the Bush's beans, then I seriously have to question your taste buds, Robin.
All right,
this
so
is the bean wars.
Let's get it. Okay, so I've had 2 cans of the beans. I've had the plain beans, which
were the
dark
country
beans?
beans.
I don't know.
You've had Boston baked beans. You have a
One was sausage.
I gotta remember.
One was sausage. One was bacon flavor, bean something. Anyway, they're not bad. Okay, they're interesting in flavor. They're very sweet. They have brown sugar in them, and this other ingredient, which is a big thing. And they do taste earthy. There's an earthy flavor to them. I
have
think
to think about that.
earthy
Okay, all right.
flavor, right? Okay, it's earthy. Like
See, when I think earthy, I think of beets. When I eat beets, beets to me taste like dirt.
Yes.
there's a bit
I
of
don't
that.
like beets. So.
But
Okay,
the other
I've got
ingredient is molasses. Now, people from the UK, some of
Right.
them will know what molasses is. Country people know that molasses is something you put in with cow feed. So I'm looking at this thing on the front of the can, brown sugar and molasses. I knew a wee man down the road from my father's grandfather, their farm, and he used to get drunk on silage, the juice from the silage mixed with molasses, and it was fermented, and he put the molasses in. Anyway,
Well, you know, they do put molasses in rum, and you are a big drinker of rum. So.
I know,
This is
but-
true, Robin.
Yeah, but it's not on the can in the front going molasses.
It's still there, though. So
Anyway, look, I'm enjoying them. I've had them with beans on toast. I've had them with some egg. They're really different. Our beans,
Yeah, I would
Don't know.
suggest have it with a steak. Have it with
soil.
lunch or dinner
Thank
foods.
you, Martin. It tastes like soil.
Not with breakfast, because
No.
we don't eat beans with our breakfast.
Now, see, that's what it is, and I think that's the problem is. Our beans, we know what they taste like. We love our
Right.
Heinz 57. They're fabulous. They know their place on our plate. Okay? These are not meant to be in a bowl served with some Mexican food or a little side dish, which I think is what you guys use
we
these
we would use black beans to go with our, or refried beans to go with our Mexican food.
Fuck, it's even
This
worse.
is very much
Who
like
said it?
steakhouse.
Boomer, how to fuck up
Barbecue.
baked beans. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the English do. They fuck up their baked beans.
Oh, we have
they
it
put
down
them
to
on eggs and
fine
toast.
art. Fine art. That
Oh,
beautiful,
Christ.
unnatural orange color with sugar and that bland taste. It's perfect.
Wait.
We know what it
Unnatural
is.
color. You put them in tomato sauce.
Here, look. Can I see the top of it, please? Can you show the top?
Oh,
see
oh,
that?
yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
ring
okay.
pull, Greg DeLacy.
Robin,
I had to
Robin,
use a
okay.
can opener on your big can.
Oh,
We have
excuse
we have
me
moved
for
on. We have now have ring. Look, ring.
Yeah, you've moved on?
Yes.
These are the only beans you've eaten for fucking 63 years. You haven't
It's
moved
brilliant.
on.
We
You
love
stayed in
them.
place. Anyway, okay, we are getting way sidetracked on this. Anyway, needless to say, we have had a lot of fun with
Beans
this.
exist.
We have.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Beans exist. Yep.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm a trans beaner.
As am I.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're having lots of fun. Thank you, Greg, for sending me my beans. I hope some
thank
beans
you
comes
for
out.
the HP sauce and my beans.
Okay.
Yes.
And it just so happens that when we were having this bean debate last weekend, I went off it quite fired up, and I ordered you a T-shirt.
Oh God, yes!
And I sent you the.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I have the T-shirt. I meant to wear it on the podcast today.
And honestly, I had the T-shirt ordered before your beans arrived,
which is comical at best, because I mean this all just came together so perfectly.
So if you think about Jerry McFucking it has a pot of beans on the front of it and says what.
You had me at baked beans.
You had me at baked beans. And I just thought, yes, this is perfect. So my beans arrived on Tuesday, and your T-shirt arrived on the Wednesday. So that was just perfect.
Yes.
Class. Bean love, man. Been there.
Bean love,
done that.
baby.
Yeah. Dear. It's so much fun. Anyway.
All right. I don't even know how to follow up with that. I will, though. So outside of the bean debate, I finally got my two DTOF cabinets built. So I'm just waiting on one smart LED strip, not smart LED strip, a smart plug strip. And then these will be plugged in to light up with an app. And then I will have this table here is going to go bye-bye, and everything will be properly on display. And I will be done with that project. I never want to make these again. These things are a pain in the ass to build. Nothing easy about that.
What's those glass cabinets?
The name of those were DTOF.
DTOF.
I thought you misspelled detox, and I'm like, what?
No, DTOF cabinets from IKEA. They're absolutely perfect for putting on display your collectibles. But oh dear God, putting them together was a right pain in the ass. So there was that. We talked about the football games.
Yep.
Who knows where this all goes, but there have been some exciting games this past weekend and not so exciting games. Continuing to watch Yellowstone. Oh, good God. I love this show.
Right?
Yeah, so good. So good. If you have not watched Yellowstone, Kevin Costner is kind of the main actor, but it is like a legitimate look into ranch hand lifestyle. A lot of the actors actually are legitimate horse riding. One of the main guys who's I forgot his character's name on the show, but he actually does competition horse riding in real life. And so it's good. It also very far-fetched, but I love it. Absolutely loving the show. Sadly, final season, so it will be coming to an end soon. And then the last thing we got, so KFC has introduced a new vegan or vegetarian chicken-based, like the Beyond Burger, but it's chicken. It's called Beyond Chicken. And I was out running some errands. I'm like, I'm going to grab some lunch. There's KFC. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just try it. What the hell? And so this, I also made a video doing my first taste of these chicken nuggets. I have to say, they taste like, if I was blindfold test, I would not be able to tell you the difference between these and chicken a chicken nugget.
Let's go, Brandon.
They were quite good. Upon reading the nutritional facts on these and comparing them to regular chicken nuggets, Phil, I will not be ordering these again. They're about twice the calories, about twice the fat content. I was like, holy crap. There's nothing healthy about these things. So, but if you are desperate for a vegetarian substitute for chicken nuggets, the Beyond Chicken from KFC is pretty good. Pretty good, have to say. All right, that's it for story time. Let's talk some game stuff real quick. and then we'll get into some news because I think that's really what everybody's here to listen to. So
Let's go,
real
Brandon.
fast.
Today I feel like
Let's go,
playing
Brandon.
computer games. Today I feel like playing computer games.
It was a dick move.
And Robin,
It was a
we,
dick
we
move.
didn't hear any sound effects.
It was
At least
a dick
Kim and I
move.
didn't. I'll just
was
say
a dick
that right
move.
now. All right. Let's talk games. Kim, real fast. Let's run through the second half games that we can get this month as we're winding things down.
Okay, games with gold for this month. We have Radiant Silvergun. You can still get Neuro Voider and no wait, Radiant Silvergun is gone. Sorry, my bad. We have Space Invaders and Infinity Gene till the end of the month. And of course, you can still pick up all the PlayStation Plus games, which are Persona 5 Strikers, Dirt 5, and Deep Rock Galactic. Which Deep Rock Galactic I've heard very good things about.
very
so-
much.
Yes.
We still have your Twitch Prime games, which is Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order, Total War Warhammer, World War Z Beyond, WRC 7FI. I don't know. I'm sure all those letters mean something. Whatever. World Rally Championship is what we're saying. Fahrenheit Indigo, the remastered Prophecy, 2 Point Hospital, which is recommended by Phil, Abandoned Ship, and In Other Waters. Oh, and Paper Beast Folded Edition. Version. Whatever. Fuck it. Darksiders 3, Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, Shantae Risky's Revenge, Director's Cut, The Dark Side Detective, A Fumble in the Dark, and DreamWorks Dragons, Dawn of the New Writers. That's Stadia Pro, believe it is still a thing. And for Epic Games this week, we have Relecta until the 27th, and then you have Daemon X Machina on the 27th through February 3rd. And there you are.
There you are.
Yep.
Stadia, still a thing. Twitch Prime games, quite good, I have to say. That's actually a really good list of games. Real fast, I think we've said a few names, but I just want to give a quick shout out. We've got Boomer in the chat. We've got Batch Gaming. We've got Lord. And I think I saw Martin in there.
Indeed.
So big shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. And let's talk real fast because we do have some big stuff to talk about in this podcast. But let's talk about the games we have been playing this past week. Kim.
Yes.
Looks like Forza Horizon 5 was on the playlist.
It was, indeed. I played that most of the day yesterday and most of the night. Me and Boomer, we've been doing some co-op stuff on there, finding some barn finds and that sort of thing. And I have to say the cross-country races, the Baja races, are so far my favorite. So there's that. I'm almost a level 30. So I don't know. It's, again, like I said before, it's more of the same before, but I'm enjoying it. So I think it's partly because, I get to play co-op. So that's fun. I'm not saying, because if I was playing this by myself, I'm not sure I'd have as much fun. So, maybe that's what it is. So anyway, Forza Horizon 5, it's free on Game Pass. Give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, in case you're wondering, Amazon has dropped off packages for me. That's the notifications I'm getting in the background. Thank you, Amazon.
Aha!
Yeah. Robin, let's talk about what you have been playing.
What have I been playing? Wow. I have been playing, well, we had a great session. So on Wednesday nights now it seems to be turning into a thing, Halo Infinite.
Yes.
And we're having a good old time with Halo Infinite there. And we're doing sort of an hour and a half of Halo Infinite. I'm just going to get it up here. Sorry, I'm filling.
Okay.
I'm filling. And we've had great fun. And we were there with Martin on Wednesday evening.
Big Smooth tried to join us as well.
He did,
but
but
he was on a different version.
He was on a PC.
Yeah.
It didn't quite link up. But Martin was there the week before as well. We're really, really bad, but we're not as bad this week as we were. And
We've had some improvements.
did you see the little Twitter that I put up with that the last 3 kills to draw back the game?
Yes.
It was so exciting, and that was brilliant. So it's on my Twitter feed. It was 50 frags to win. The other team were at 49 and we needed 3, and I got a 3 kill streak within the last few seconds, and I felt like man. I was he. And I hit the record button, and Greg tried to go, Alexa, record that. Oops, sorry. Darn it. Shush. Don't talk.
This might answer your question.
Shut up. Alexa, stop. No, he tried to go Xbox record that. So Yeah, and that doesn't work anymore. But anyway,
Yeah.
and we're playing this part of Halo called this game style called Fiesta. And every time you die, you come back with a different gun, and you can pick up the bad guys' guns. And it's fast, it's frenetic, and it's great fun. So come and join. The more we have, the bigger games we'll play. But yeah, drop in. Just see us online, and on a Wednesday night, 9 o'clock UK. Or 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. It was 10 o'clock, I think, this week. We played for about an hour and a half, and it was wonderful.
Yeah,
you know,
legitimately a lot of fun. I will say, I had a great kill as well. Just kind of thinking back to the session we had, I used the grapple shot. Basically, did a Spider-Man swing up to an upper deck above us because I knew there was a guy up there, and as I was coming back down, going to land, I had the hammer out. And landed the hammer, one shot, killed the guy. It was awesome. And so that's just a snippet of the fun we have. And we're not taking ourselves seriously. We're going in, we're having fun. I am happy to say that in this session, we did not have a moment where we won a game because the one random guy that joined our team got 35 kills.
No.
That was the previous week.
Yes. Yeah, it was very exciting. We had, again, we're really bad. It's matching up well. But the games that we played, and we must have played about 10 games about that. But the majority of the games has been where it came down to the final couple of kills, and it was very exciting.
Right.
So, and that's what multiplayer gaming is all about, isn't it? That excitement, that feeling good.
Yes.
I haven't even really, I haven't dabbled in the single player at all. So the other stuff again that I've played, there was one day I traveled quite a bit this week, and there was one morning when I was back here and I fell through a time warp, and all of a sudden, about 3.5 hours were accidentally created when I disappeared through this time warp and happened to play Xbox one morning. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. And I played I felt Mass Effect 3 pulling me back in. Robin, play more Mass Effect 3. Play. And I went back in, and wow, I had such a really, really good session. I think I played Mass Effect 3 before when it first came out so quickly. I actually don't remember some of the gameplay in it. So one of this mission that I was on, Greg, it had a mech in it.
Right.
So we go to this random planet, where we're trying to, get find out one of these guys that was one of the big horrible baddies that are coming to kill everybody on Earth. And one of them sort of disappeared, or a few of them disappeared off from the baddies themselves. They were like a separate group, like a splinter, that weren't just as bad. Okay. And we were trying to find those to see if they would help us. So we went to this planet, and there was lots of wrecked ships. So think of sort of Halo Reach, where there's in the sea, there's ships sticking out of the sea all over in this big massive sea. Well, we land on one of these ships, and we have an epic battle with some big massive robots and soft enemies. So we get rid of those, and we save the day. We're almost killed, but we unlock an old mech suit and we get it going, right? And then we work out that our the only way we can get to speak to one of these big guys is to jump into the ocean in the mech suit, by myself, leave the rest of the guys there to try and fix the shuttle to get back to the ship. So I jump into the ocean in my mech suit, and I drop down for a mile or more, and I land on the seabed, and I go and try and find this big guy. And
I don't remember any of this from Mass Effect.
Oh, it was awesome. It was such a good. It was, and then I meet this big guy, and we talk, and it's super. And then
was this by chance DLC?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it is a hidden. It was like you had to go and find this. You had to search a planet to open up this mission. You sure this is Mass Effect 3 and not BioShock 2? Yeah, it had that vibe. It really did have that vibe of going down into the sea. So it was just fabulous. And go, God, I don't remember this, and it was just awesome. Really, really good. Now, I did come out here today, as it's my birthday. I got up from the dinner. I had a lovely roast beef dinner. No beans. Beans were not harmed. And I got up from the table, and I said, right, guys, I am not doing any dishes today, because I would usually do all the pots and pans and
right.
clean the kitchen down and all that sort of stuff, and didn't. And I said, I'm not going to. And I got up and I said, look, Judith, I'll be back in an hour. And I walked out manly to here.
Nice.
Set the
Did you like take your napkin from your lap and throw it on the table as well?
Yeah, well, those toilet roll would have been the toilet. Was
Okay.
sticking
Yeah.
out my
All right.
backside. Still.
Fair enough.
Anyway, like Smoking the Bandit style. Anyway, so we came out here, and I'm like 40 minutes in, and one of our little friends, Poppy, she ran in with some presents for me. They had visited the house, and then I got a call from Judith. You must come in, because people are here to see you. You know, I'll be in a minute. So I didn't get my full hour. So I went in with the people and did that, and I was in my little Mass Effect session today and cut short. But then Judith was in making those buns, those lovely buns that you see me standing beside my mother-in-law. She made fresh
She has
buns.
lovely buns.
Yeah, some cupcakes, buns. Beans were not in them. They're beanless buns. And Jasmine was going nutty, and I said, look, Jasmine, come on, let's get away from Mum here, and we'll go outside. And I have downloaded a Paw Patrol game. And Race with Ryan. And do you know who Ryan is, Kim?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
oh,
little
yeah.
Asian
Yep.
kid that opens up toys. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he has Race with Ryan, which came out a couple of years ago. So we put on for Jasmine, we sat down on the fingers, and we put Race with Ryan on. And it's a Mario Kart game. And we played it for about half an hour today. Now, Jasmine is still, she's only 3.5, coming 4, and she's not really at the controller stage. You know, she can sort of hold it.
Right.
She hasn't quite got it yet. And we played one game, and then I've done split screen, and then I've seen in the settings that you could have it taking over your throttle and like assisted steering. So it felt like she was doing it all. Yeah, so we had a few games of split screen, and it was fun. It's a crappy Mario Kart style game, but she loved it. It was good fun,
Hey,
and that's, you know,
all that matters.
Fair play to them for including that, because it's aimed at that age group. So if you have little kiddies, this is also on that really shit thing called Game Pass. Really, it's not good value whatsoever. Yeah, so it was a freebie, and with Paw Patrol is our favorite thing at the moment as well. So I don't have it downloaded, so we'll play it, and we'll give a really
Nice.
good update and review of Paw Patrol. And I mean, that actually Ryan karting thing is probably right up your street, Greg.
It might be. It might very well
the
be.
assisted controls and stuff like that.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yep, do
That might be a good
that.
good solution.
do that. Yeah, it'll come to hand.
It reminds me. We used to have this. It was one of those ride-on Jeeps that Colin would ride in, but Colin has no sense of steering or engaging with. But thankfully, it had a remote control with it, so we could literally drive and steer the Jeep for him, and that worked fantastic up until the day Colin decided to take interest in the steering wheel. And so every once in a while, he would just jerk the steering wheel left, right out into the street. It's like, oh no, nope, back on the curb. Anyway, we covered Halo Infinite. The multiplayer really was the focus of what I probably got in this past week. I have continued to play a little bit of the campaign. I'm just kind of, I do one or two little kind of side missions, and then I take a break from it. Work really interfered a lot with my gameplay this week.
Did you not have that sort of like time warp thing?
No, I did not get a time warp thing, with the exception of Wednesday. Wednesday, I had a nice little 2-hour window where I was able to get in some multiplayer with my friends. I did, I thought to myself, you know what? I need to play something different, something I wouldn't normally pick. And so I went into Game Pass, and I was just kind of looking through, and I came across this game, Elijah. And I looked at the trailer, and the trailer kind of reminded me of was the Viking Saga? What was the game, Kim, you were playing?
Banner Saga.
Say it again.
Was it the Banner Saga?
The Banner Saga, yes.
Yeah.
So it had kind of that kind of visual in the trailer of the characters, and very much same kind of art style. And I was like, okay, well, maybe this is kind of a almost a graphic novel-esque kind of game. Whatever. It looks interesting from the trailer. I'm just going to download it, and I will check it out. I did not look at any screenshots of the actual game. I've downloaded it. I start to play it, and it opens with a cutscene, but the cutscene is like a very much degraded, like an old school attempt at creating a cutscene in the 8-bit and 16-bit era, probably more the 8-bit era, where characters don't have any faces; they're just white, but they have kind of the outline of a face, and I was instantly kind of like, where did all the graphics go from the trailer I saw that looked so cool? And then I got into the game, and it is just 8-bit side-scrolling garbage. Huh. In fairness, it actually plays okay, but this is not the game I signed up for. So I was instantly turned off. There's just no way I'm going to play this game. So if you like 8-bit side-scrollers, maybe this is worth checking out. For me, this was an absolute pass. I have since deleted it, and I've moved on. And so that was my week of gaming. Halo Infinite Glory and Elijah Disappointment. That all said, this is the moment we need to talk about. Let's get into some news.
That was a sick move.
Here is the fucking news.
All right. So this past week, it's January. Not a lot usually happens in January. Monday was a holiday here in the U.S. for celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday. And Tuesday rolls around, and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be just any other Tuesday. Kind of get back into the swing of things from a long weekend. And I open up Twitter, and it is on fire. And it's on fire because Microsoft announced.
Was it not because Boomer was brought into the Hall of Fame? You got a star on our pavement?
No,
it
was not that.
It's in chalk. It'll wash away until next week? No.
No.
Sorry,
it was because Microsoft announced they were purchasing Activision Blizzard King for a whopping $68.7 billion. This is like insane money. And if you think about it, the previous record had been set just, a week or so back when Tencent had bought, was it Zynga?
Yeah.
For like $12 billion. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, that's,
Right?
So this just, everybody was just like, wait, this can't be real. This is real? It's real.
Real.
So there's a lot to this story, a lot of different angles. I have some bullet points here. I figured we can talk about it, discuss it.
Let's talk about the Sony people, Sony fanboys. That was fun.
Well, we will get to that. There was massive meltdowns happening. But some of the key things, the first thing everybody was asking was, okay, well, what's happening with Bobby Kotick? Now, this deal will not be finalized anytime soon. It likely will not finalize until probably June or July, and that assumes that there's no government investigations, no kind of government interference, which I kind of expect we will see some type of response from the EU as well as the US in terms of looking at this and scrutinizing this deal. But I think it will pass muster because the reality is, even with this deal in place, Microsoft still is third, if you will, in the pecking order of the three major gaming companies out there. Sony and Nintendo are still in prime positions, even with this deal, being done. And so I'm not really concerned about any kind of monopoly situation or anything of that notion. But a lot of people were saying, okay, well, what happens with Bobby Kotick? He will be staying on for now. And the rumor is, and the reason why it has to be a rumor is because Microsoft is not allowed to actually fiddle with Activision right now because they don't own them. So any promise is not something that's going to be on record. But the rumor is that Bobby Kotick will leave once the deal is finalized, and that Activision is reporting to Microsoft. So there's that aspect. And of course, this I think is a big piece of kind of how this deal came into being. We all know Activision was going through some really difficult times. They still are, being investigated by the California Department of Justice. There's all kinds of allegations of, employee situations where employees were being treated poorly, bad situations being swept under the rug by Bobby Kotick. So, I mean, the company itself has been a bit on fire. And so Microsoft, I think, had the opportunity because the realization was they're not Activision, and I'll just say Activision for now, but it really is Activision Blizzard King, is not getting out from under what they're going through without selling the company. I don't think they're going to right the ship. Bobby Kotick wasn't going to step down voluntarily. And so this gave them a way out. And so Microsoft, kind of seized the opportunity. And from what it sounds, while this had been approached, I think, a little while back, it sounds like this deal really kicked into high drive over this last quarter of 2021. And I think it was Jeff Grubb was saying, he had sources telling him not what was happening, just that Microsoft leadership was working through the holidays, which is not a normal thing. So there was something going on, just nobody knew what. And there's not one person on this planet, thought that Microsoft was buying Activision. Right. And so, it all happened behind the scenes. Pretty amazingly, there were no leaks about this, which normally you would hear a leak. But I think it came together so fast, there wasn't time for it to leak. And that also, I think, is why they decided to make the announcement. Once they reached an agreement, they said, let's go public with it. So this way it doesn't just leak out. It's out there. Now, with that, we got some comments. So Phil Spencer commented on Twitter. I said, this was midweek. Had a good call this week with leaders at Sony. I confirmed our intent to honor all existing agreements upon acquisition of Activision Blizzard and our desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Sony is an important part of our industry, and we value our relationship. That was the message. That was the tweet. I personally see that as a very carefully crafted tweet. I think it has a lot of wiggle room in it. I think it gives the ability for them to say, to read it as, everything is going to be as is, but also it absolutely gives Microsoft the opportunity to basically do what they did with Bethesda, which is everything that's in place now, fine, we honor that. But then once we're past that, we can pull this back into exclusivity as we want. Because the desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, if they wanted to be very firm about that, they would have said, and we will be keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation. Desire is a very ambiguous, well, we wanted to do it, but So,
I don't know. I would, this is business, Call of Duty, even though it is not as popular this year as it has been, it's still the biggest selling game over the last year. And last year, the second highest selling game is the Call of Duty from the year before. So,
right.
Yeah, it makes big bucks. So it's very, very important to keep that on both at this moment in time. I can't see any major changes there. There might, the Activision had a contractual relationship with Activision to have Call of Duty on its platform first. Maybe that bit will change over the next year or two, that it might come to the Microsoft platform first. Still stay on Sony, but the focus will, of course, I would say, go on the Microsoft platform. Going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Do they keep running it like a separate business, or do they bring that into Game Pass as well?
Well, and that's been the hot debate. They have examples of kind of both sides of this. You think about Minecraft, and Kim, you've played Minecraft. It is on every platform. It started out very much as a game across multiple platforms, and they've kept it that way. Kim, do you think Microsoft keeps Call of Duty once their deals are done? And that's probably the big. Do they keep it on the platform, or do they move it off?
I don't know. I think they keep it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can see where they would want to make it exclusive, but then again, if you think about it, with as many people as that play Call of Duty on all the platforms, I think they'd be losing quite a bit of revenue if they, pulled a exclusivity thing. But I mean, because they've done it with Minecraft and they've kept it on everything, and it seems to be going well. So I think they would do the same thing with Call of Duty. I mean, because I do, as much as I don't particularly care about Call of Duty, there are a hell of a lot of people on all the platforms that play that game. And there's probably more people that play that than probably, as much as I love Elder Scrolls, there's probably still more people that play Call of Duty than play that. So I can see where they would keep Call of Duty, multi-platform. So,
well, and that's the question. So could it be Warzone stays on all platforms, because that is separated out? It's a free to play, thing. So do they keep Warzone, but pull back the single player to just the one platform?
Right.
And I say one platform, the Xbox ecosystem, and that includes PC. So, I think at the end of the day, whatever they do, there will always be a PC avenue for this.
Oh,
so
for sure,
there's at least going to be something that a PlayStation gamer could kind of go to if they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But this had big ripple effects, and we'll talk about some of the ripple effects of this announcement on Sony in just a moment. Just a couple other things I wanted to touch on. Phil Spencer also commented about the intellectual properties of Activision Blizzard, and this was interesting because I hadn't really thought about this, because of course you hear Activision Blizzard, and the two things I think of instantly are ironically StarCraft, even though StarCraft isn't really a thing anymore, and Call of Duty.
Right.
And beyond that, I was like, what other games do they have? But if you really stop and think about the library of back IP that Activision, Blizzard, and King all own, it becomes just crazy staggering. And Phil, Spencer commented on that in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. He said, Spencer's excitement may have, from the interview, I should say, this was written in the interview. It says, Spencer's excitement may have mirrored the enthusiasm of a StarCraft player noticing the long dormant franchise logo in Microsoft's acquisition statement. And Phil said, I was looking at the IP list. I mean, let's go, Spencer said. King's Quest, Guitar Hero. I should know this, but I think they've got Hexen as well. And so my excitement for this deal is that a lot of these dormant IPs may get new life.
Right.
And so like StarCraft Ghost, that was a game that was like halfway built and then they canceled it.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see a third-person StarCraft game created. Maybe give it to the Coalition. Have them instead of having them always work on Gears, maybe they take over a StarCraft game. They have Spyro the Dragon under Activision. What about a Spyro the Dragon and Banjo-Kazooie crossover?
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of different things. It's insane how much they have. And to put this in perspective, I captured real quickly all of the different studios now that are coming into part of this. So with the acquisition of Activision Blizzard King, and King is a big piece of this that we should talk about, because they are a mobile developer, which Microsoft doesn't really have a mobile publishing arm. They've put out a couple mobile games. Obviously, they have Solitaire, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But King puts out Candy Crush. I mean, it's a massive game in the mobile space, and now they have one of the biggest mobile developers. I think King is third or fourth in terms of mobile developers. So they instantly are now going to be one of the big mobile players. But they get Treyarch, Raven, High Moon Studios, Beenox, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, Demonware, and Toys for Bob. And they all get added to the war chest of studios that Microsoft already had. So now they have legitimately 30 game studios capable of pushing out games. And what will be interesting to see is freeing up some of those studios like Raven, Raven Software or Beenox, who were really relegated to being in High Moon, they were all really support studios for the longest time.
Raven they were done levels for Call of Duty and stuff like that there, didn't they? But they did that fantastic time travel game. It was like you had a gun and you could make a sort of portal and go back in time. It was awesome. They've done some fantastic games. It's the scale of the money that gets me. It was this thing. I was just looking it up there. Kev Westerman put up, to put it into perspective, between like 1 million and 1 billion. So So if you had 1 million, okay, and spend at £1 or $1 per second, it would take you 11.5 days to spend it all. So that's £1 or $1 per second, 11.5 days to spend it all. If you had 1 billion and spent it at 1 per second, it would take you 31.5 years to spend it all. And Microsoft just spent 68.7 billion. So, it is crazy numbers.
It
numbers.
is insane. It's insane.
But then you think about what some of the talk that I listened to this week about Call of Duty and the sales numbers had went down with Call of Duty this year, but it's a wee bit because of Warzone, because some people that's a free one and they're not having to buy the game and they're getting their fix from there. But seemingly Call of Duty Warzone is making about $5 million per day in sundry bits and pieces. So, it's not going to take that long to pull that revenue back. I mean, 3-year, 5-year spend sort of thing with these guys. But yeah, very interesting. Also, just the scale of Xbox Game Studios now, that's massive. Do they have the management in place to get the most out of all of that? How are you ever going to manage all of those companies?
It's a big question. I think obviously there's going to be some changes within Activision Blizzard, at least those arms. As far as I know, King has been okay. I haven't heard any scandals coming from that group. But they talk about like Sarah Bond, I think is supposedly going to be Phil Spencer's successor. I wonder if what they potentially do in an interim kind of situation is put her in charge of Activision Blizzard, have her go over and run that ship to right it. The interesting thing is there's seemingly, at least, and again, it's anecdotal comments that you hear from developers and people reporting on what developers are saying. But I think there is a level of optimism, still some hesitation, because obviously you don't know. And I'm sure within the HR departments and the accounting departments of these organizations, they probably are very much not happy about this, because likely a lot of them are going to be made redundant. When you're bought into another company, infrastructure is going to go away.
Yeah, some of that.
But the developer side, the creative side, I think there's some excitement there. I think they're seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. But that deal is not done yet, and so there is some other news that we'll get to that has happened within Activision Blizzard. But
it's cool. Just it's very interesting. And again, it reminds me of I mentioned it before about the movie Demolition Man, and there's a part in it where Sylvester Stallone, he's woken up as a cop. He's been frozen for 50 years. He brings back, and they talk about the franchise wars between McDonald's and Taco Bell and all the Pizza Hut and all the restaurants, and Taco Bell won the franchise wars. And so all restaurants are now Taco Bell, and this is kind of all games are now Microsoft. Now I know there's lots of other developers out there, but damn, And if this week Phil goes, we had some change left, we bought Naughty Dog, would you be surprised?
Well, I would be surprised at Naughty Dog. Only from the standpoint of it's owned by Sony. But
3 weeks ago, if you had said, Microsoft's going to buy out completely Call of Duty and Activision and everything else.
Right, because the rumors were that World of Warcraft was coming to Game Pass, and so far that had been the biggest rumor up until now. So,
swing.
And interestingly, they have apparently built-in controller support in World of Warcraft. You literally can play it with the adaptive controller or a gamepad controller now.
Cool.
Wow.
There you go.
So I
Exciting.
would not be shocked if that comes.
Right.
So more fallout from this deal. Sony was a little quiet the first day. I think there was some shock and awe. I actually have a friend that works in the Sony PR team.
This is how you share
ironically.
games.
I did ask him. I said, "Hey, so any thoughts about the Activision deal?" And pretty curt, but it was didn't see it coming, but also seems like they might have overpaid for him. I don't think that price comes down unless they waited longer. But at that point, there's potential damage that happens within Activision. So I think the iron was hot. They struck. Yeah, they probably overpaid. But again, they had the cash reserves to do it. Microsoft had literally like $150 billion in assets that they could basically do. My understanding is this is the biggest cash deal in the history of entertainment. Other deals have been bigger, but they've involved stock options. This is just a straight up cash deal, which is just crazy. But Sony did issue a statement. It says Sony has now issued its first statement. We expect Microsoft will abide by contractual agreements and continue to ensure Activision games are multi-platform. So that's a very straightforward statement. I think that is an attempt at a power statement from Sony to calm investors, because on the heels of this, and this was also insane to watch, is the stock market. Sony had closed on Friday, January 14th at a per stock option price of $124.73. As of the 21st, Friday, their stock was now at $111.45. Mm-hmm. They lost roughly 12.8% over the course of the week. That basically was about a $20 billion hit to the valuation of Sony. And so this was a direct cause and effect. And so I'm sure Sony was like, we need to issue something. And maybe even there was maybe a backroom call made to Microsoft saying, hey, can you do us a solid? Because we're getting just obliterated by this news. Could you maybe make an announcement saying, something to the effect of what Phil said? Because what Phil said, if you really look at that, while yes, it has a little bit of grayness to it, it's a message also that hopefully would calm Sony investors as well. Like, no, Microsoft is still going to talk to us and work with us. And so, the sky is not falling.
Throw me a frickin' bone.
Throw me a bone. Yes. Within all of this Activision Blizzard King news.
Sorry, it's still kind of odd. I know you say that. Okay. But in the last week there as well, Microsoft stock, I know things are crazy in the stock market, are kind of nutty anyway. I mean, we're $310 a share, and they dropped to $295 last week. So,
right.
But then the stock market is nutty at the moment because just stupid Americans. This is a direct effect, and the Sony shares will probably bounce back to half of that again. But the market is kind of nutty right now. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
No, it's okay. I am curious to those in the chat. How do you feel about the buy? How do you feel about Microsoft buying Activision? Activision Blizzard King.
Martin wants beans on PlayStation.
He does want beans on PlayStation. Yes, everybody wants some beans on PlayStation. But within all of this news, something that also leaked out was that Microsoft revealed a major milestone for Game Pass. We previously knew the last number they reported was 18 million subscribers, and that was earlier last year, or earlier in the year, this year. I think it was the very beginning of 2021. They announced it had grown to 25 million subscribers. So that's about a 39% increase year over year. I must admit, it kind of seemed like maybe it slowed down a little bit over the course of summertime and into the fall. It's going to be really interesting to see how Microsoft tries to leverage Activision. Do we see World of Warcraft subscriptions get brought into Game Pass? as in if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you're automatically subscribed to WoW. They do that with Fallout 76. They do it with Elder Scrolls Online.
Right.
So this would be a big boost in a lot of different ways.
And that in itself, I mean, that's $350 million of revenue, roughly.
Yeah.
Just for that part of it before they sell any horse armor. So
horse armor incoming. And then last little bit of Activision news, and this actually just hit on Friday, but apparently QA testers at Raven Software are forming the first union at a AAA gaming company in North America. So they were the quality assurance workers at Activision Blizzard Studios. They basically had the support of 78% of the eligible workers to say, yes, let's form a union. So that is going to be an interesting wrinkle to all of this. Seeing unionization within the gaming industry happening, and obviously what Microsoft's response to that is. Phil had made some responses of basically where we want to support workers and make sure that they can do the best that they can do, something to that effect. Very much paraphrasing there. So I'm sure nobody is, from a leadership standpoint, is happy to see unions because it means they have to deal with union representatives and the power that they wield. But for the worker side of it, look, the Activision deal is not done. There's no guarantee this goes through. So I think they had to still move forward with their plans to safeguard themselves. So there we go. Mm-hmm. First union in a AAA studio happening. So that'll be that another little side note to all of this craziness to watch. Okay, taking in a breath. Halo Infinite. The multiplayer will let you earn credits in its Season 2 Battle Pass. That means you'll be able to earn credits as part of your Halo Infinite progression. So basically, you can, in a sense, use that towards purchasing items in the store. So it's a little bit of a change from what they had been doing. They're also going to be reducing the price across the board for their cosmetic stuff. So you will be able to seemingly afford them more. They'll be less expensive. They'll also start to break up some of the items. I think a lot of the items were kind of tied to like a set, and they're going to break that up a little bit so you can buy them more individually. And that all is going to be starting, I want to say actually within this week coming up. And then Dying Light 2. That is the last little piece of news for this week. It's been crazy, but Dying Light 2 will include free upgrades for the PS5 and the Series consoles, the Xbox Series consoles. So if you are not able to get your PlayStation 5 yet or your Series console, but you buy Dying Light 2, once you do get those consoles, you can upgrade for free. You don't have to worry about energy levels or anything. It's all freely upgraded, Kim. But yeah, that's okay. It's a lot to take in. So yeah, so there we have it. That is the news from the week.
Cool.
Any last thoughts before we move on?
Beans.
Beans.
No. I don't. It'll be interesting to see what Microsoft does. It's interesting to see if Sony folds. They're not going to fold. Unions are going to make games more expensive, but there you go. Anyway, maybe it's better for the employees so they're not being abused. But yeah, I don't like unions. There you go.
All right, Kim. Let's talk about games coming out next week.
Alrighty. Your new releases for January 23rd to the 30th are Elio for Jesus Christ, I can't read today. Hello. Alrighty, let's try this again. Elio, an Wild West Tale for iOS and Android, January 25th. The Artful Escape, which I have actually heard good things about. I haven't played yet, but I know some that have that say it's really good, so there's that. For the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Switch, and it's also on Game Pass. But it's out for that on the 25th. Circuit Superstars for the PlayStation 4 on the 27th. All right, here we go. I'll go with it. Matt Damon Ex Machina for the PC.
Matt Damon Ex Machina.
All right. On the 27th, Pokemon Legends. I'm surprised you didn't screw something up with this one, but all right. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I assume that's the name of it anyway. Arceus or whatever. You guys know what it is. You play Pokemon, you know what it is. It's out for the Switch on the 28th. Apparently, this is the week for really weird names, I guess. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection for the PlayStation 5 and PC. I almost read that.
Well done, Kim. Well done.
I almost got that one, man. For the PlayStation 5 and PC on January
I'm sorry.
28th.
That would be. Can you imagine Twitter meltdown?
I know, right?
Anyway.
Those are your new releases that I stumbled through, and I'm sorry. I'll try better next weekend.
That's okay. Kim, you did great.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Uncharted movie, by the way, I've been starting to see trailers for the Uncharted movie.
Looks
And
alright.
thoughts?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Have they showed all the best bits in the trailer? Probably.
I
Probably.
like Tom Holland, but I have a hard time seeing him,
He's not Nathan Drake to me, and
No,
and more
he's not.
importantly, Sully is not Mark Wahlberg.
No, he's not.
Mark Wahlberg, I mean, is
Nathan
too
Drake.
young. Yeah, he's more Nathan Drake. Exactly, he's more
Right.
Nathan Drake, and I think of something. I'm trying to think of who would be a good Sully. It's got to be somebody older, gruffer.
But like yourself,
Who's the guy
Greg.
that does Taken? Who's the guy that does Taken?
Liam Neeson?
Oh, fuck.
Yes,
Jeez.
I could see Liam Neeson being a
From
Sully.
Ballymena, my hometown. Fuck off. He's a certain set of
whatever.
skills. He likes.
He has a
beasts.
certain set of skills.
Right, exactly.
All right. Real quick. Twitter was very fun this past week.
Roll.
The meltdowns, the just insane overreactions to the news from Activision. I will just say this. Thank you, Twitter. You entertained me on numerous days. All I had to do was do a search on Activision Blizzard, and I was instantly gratified with hilarious take after take and back and forth craziness. I don't think Sony has to respond to anything, for the record. I think Sony has a very good year coming up. They have some great games planned. So I don't necessarily know there needs to be what are they going to do now? They need to respond to this. I think they just need to hit on the games that they're publishing, and they're going to be fine. But I digress. Keep posting your funny Twitters because I need that entertainment.
Yeah, because I saw quite a few of them having a meltdown that, this is the end of PlayStation, and maybe they need to hop on the Xbox bandwagon now, and yada, 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 It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, look, nothing is changing anytime soon anyway. I mean, we don't know how long Sony has this exclusivity deal. For all we know, that deal carries into 2024.
Right.
And if that's the case, then Call of Duty is going to be on the PlayStation for at least 2 more years. So,
Yeah, enjoy it. While
and
it
by
lasts.
then, by 2024, it'll probably only be selling 15 million a year. So, all right, let's do some shout outs. Let's wrap this up. It's been a lengthy podcast talking news, which Kim, I know you were excited by all of that. So let's have you start us off.
Alrighty, I'm going to do a shout out to our shatters, and that's been Martin and Boomer and Lord and Batch, I believe, are the. I'll check my list. I wrote you all down, I promise. I keep track. It's just trying to come up with it off the top of my head. Yes, we have Batch,
We're
Boomer, Lord,
watching
and
you.
Martin. So,
Yes.
Thanks for stopping by and keeping the chat hopping, especially for beans, apparently. That was a big topic. So
It is a big topic, Kim.
It is
And
a big
you,
topic,
yeah, we'll have you weigh on this debate soon enough.
I can hardly wait. Well, but anyway, so yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Beans, because that was a hell of a topic today. Shout out to Mother Nature. I'm still freezing my ass up, but hopefully warmth is coming soon, so that'd be nice. Shout out to Robin. Happy birthday, my friend. Here's to another trip around the sun. And over to Robin.
Yeah, thanks very much. Lovely. Yes, been a good fun night tonight. It's my birthday. I had to drag myself away. The house is full of people here to see me, but this was more important. So I just left them behind and just a
Bless you.
grumpy old man. Figured this is what I want to do. This is my birthday. Go and check out that silly video of me. Go to TikTok and look for @BongoTheSane. That's my handle, funny enough, on TikTok. You'll find some other silliness there. Go and have a look at that. It's a bit of fun. Yeah, thanks for the bean fun, Greg. The bean fun's been good. Martin and the guys and all in the chat and Boomer and all. These are brilliant. Oh yeah, Halo. This Wednesday. I'm away. No, I'm back. I'm back Wednesday evening. So this Wednesday evening, I'll confirm it'll either be 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock UK time for about an hour and a half. No big stress. You don't have to be good because we're all crap. Come and join the Halo fun.
Thank God, because I'm terrible.
Yeah, come. It doesn't matter. Come have fun. Have fun. Martin is, he was playing with us and he's really fucking crap. Really, really. We're bad. He's really, really
He's
bad.
getting better. He's getting better.
So yeah, come and join us for that. And have a good week, everybody. I hope to. I hope I'll be here giving you 1 gig next week. Maybe I won't. I'm going to say that'll all go terribly wrong. I'll be back on 4G again. So have a good, safe gaming week. And Greg, take us away.
Well, you just reminded me. Actually, I had my new internet installed. It didn't make my news. I didn't even think about it. But it was quite the ordeal. I will just say that super hats off to the guy that came out to install everything, because it was not a straightforward installation in my house. And that's primarily because of choices made by the previous owner of the house on what they did with the cable side of things. And so ultimately, the setup is now different in my home. I used to have a router in my office. The router is no longer in my office. It's out in our living room. And as well as the base for my work phone is out in the living room. Go figure. But so I now have a satellite phone in my office to connect up to that. But it means I have more space on my desktop. So I'm happy with that.
Cool.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. And internet speeds are better. So again, happy with that. Thank you, both of you. It's been fun. Love having the conversations with you. I love talking bean theory. I think we could do that literally on its own show. But it highlights our differences, and it makes you appreciative, or you learn new things. Like I legitimately, I didn't hate the eggs, toasts, beans, and HP sauce. It was a different experience. I was asked if I would do it again. Probably not. Seemed like a lot of work for breakfast, but that's okay. That's okay. I am curious though, the beans, potato, cheese thing. That has me interested. All right, enough of bean theory. We've gone through this. I love you guys. Robin, happy birthday, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Big ups to you. Seriously though, you do not look a day over 62, so fantastic on you.
Okay.
Shout out to our chat and everybody that listens to the show.
Okay.
We love everybody. We're just nice people. Never a grumpy moment in our lives. Yes.
Mm-hmm. There's my phone. It's more important than you. Goodbye.
On that note, Robin, take us away.
Where to? Nobody can hear my sound effects.
We're supposed to end the show now. This is where we put the music in that we don't have.
Oh, okay. The show. It was fun and all. Fuck yes. Goodbye.